Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove for tonight's Ontario Premier League 1 men's matchup between the visiting Sudbury Cyclones and your Woodbridge Strikers. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the bridge, and it's a pleasure in bringing this live commentary on YouTube, courtesy of Spydio. Sudbury come into town here, taking on the third place Strikers, the defending champs of the Ontario Premier League. And in goal is number 1, Lucas Seedad, as Sudbury take their first corner opportunity, and it goes into the hands of Daniel Clark. Number 3, Marcus Vital. Number 4, Isaiah Noel, former Woodbridge player, and Humber Hawk as well. Number 7, Dominic Paris. Number 8, Matthew Mills. Number 10, Thomas Joseph. Number 13, Theo Vieira. Number 14, Mashoud Babalola. Number 15, Nana Wiafe. Number 17, Musa Juf. And number 23, LaShawn Facey. For your Woodbridge Strikers, their starting 11 is as follows. Goalkeeper number 1, Daniel Clark. Number 4, Nabil Hakim. Number 8, Michael Croco. Number 10, Anthony Morano. The captain, number 11, Luca Pinto. Number 12, Daniel Tariq. Number 13, Alexander Santilli. Number 16, Keegan Wilson. Number 18, Joshua Nicholson. Number 19, Omari Cotterell. And number 27, Ivan Nechiporak. 2 other games on tap for you in the Ontario Premier League men's division. This evening, halftime right now, Oakville are up 3-2 against Burlington. And right now, that would sit them first in the table in this OPL1 men's division. And International FC, their first year in the league, they're up 1-0 over St. Catharines Roma. Obviously, this match just beginning here, and it's Omari Cotterell from Luca Pinto. Cotterell on the near flank, trying to now cross it in, looking for a delivery on the right boot. Cuts back towards the left. Now cuts back to the captain tonight, Pinto. Pinto none, once again looking for a delivery. It's low on the ground. And cleared by the former striker, Noel. Now here is Keegan Wilson. Wilson will then swing that to Nabil Hakim. Wilson coming back to Woodbridge after having a stint with the Simcoe County Rovers last season. Obviously, Woodbridge winning the championship there, and now he's back with the Strikers looking to duplicate that. But a tough challenge here tonight against Sudbury, the recently promoted Sudbury from the championship division of last year, now obviously called Ontario Premier League 2. Nechiporak to Nabil Hakim. Hakim will then find Alexander Santillian on the left boot. There, Santillian will cut it back to Hakim. Hakim, Nicholson looking for the 1-2 Croco. There it is with Nicholson. Nicholson trying to thread the needle through, could not do so. And out come Sudbury, just a kick and run. But on this slippery surface at Vaughan Grove this evening, that will not work. Rainy, but not too cold tonight so far. The wind is dying down. The rain is picking up. So really, you got to pick your battle, which one you like more. Here's Croco. Finds Morano. Morano has Santillian cutting. Tries to find him. Santillian was cutting in. The ball went out. And now out into touch for a Woodbridge throw, who looked to take it quickly, but there's a Sudbury player on the turf here, taking a little knock. We appreciate you tuning in live on YouTube, courtesy of Spydio here this evening. Something new that Woodbridge is doing via YouTube. Obviously, we've been the only team in the entire Ontario Premier League landscape that is broadcasted, live commentary, and live streaming the last 5 years. So if you're tuning in, it's a pleasure to have you on the broadcast this evening. Corner kick for Woodbridge as they look to strike early here. 5 minutes into the first half. Sudbury must defend. They got big defenders. A bicycle kick attempt. That's wayward there, but Santillian, good effort. Tariq's going to have a delivery. Back post. Nicholson's there. The keeper comes. And Nicholson is offside. Seedad was there anyways, trying to see it through it. Coming into this one, Woodbridge are fighting for another top-tier season. Woodbridge 5-2-1 with 17 points, currently third in the table. Sudbury 2-1-6, 7 points, 3 points up on relegation, a automatic relegation with Simcoe, who's having a horrific, uncharacteristic season. Sudbury right now would be in the relegation playoff if the season would end today, but it doesn't. Lots of football to be played here in the OPL1 men's division. Good ball through. Will it be kept in by Santillan? First time across, looking to cut it back. Noel is there to clear. Off a Woodbridge player. Santillan looks to keep it. Instead, it's out into touch, and Sudbury with the throw deep in the far corner in their final third. Woodbridge not fully strengthened due to a few starters out on the IR. Sudbury have a full complement here with 3 more substitutes tonight than the Strikers. So, trial tribulation here, trying to figure it out, with Woodbridge having a mix of youth and experience in the roster. So far, hasn't been too shabby for the Strikers. But Sudbury will look to come away here tonight with more than what the Strikers want to give them. Long ball, then cut back, and Nechiporak is onto it. He finds Kroko. Kroko cuts inside. He's getting harassed there and giving up that ball. Clark has to come. He doesn't. Chance for Sudbury early. And that shot goes on the side of the net from Thomas Joseph. So Joseph with an early opportunity, but he couldn't capitalize. Woodbridge now have to be alert defensively. Wilson gets away from the man. Morano's got some space here. 3v5 though the other way. Morano to Kroko. Kroko off his boots and out into touch for a Sudbury throw. In the near corner, now deep into the final third. Eight minutes in. Both teams kind of just feeling the match out here, feeling each other out. Don't want to give up too much early and often. You got to be wary. That goes off of Nicholson's head into touch for a Sudbury throw. Wilson and Joseph there with an intervention. Wilson gets up again and wins that battle. Joseph pokes it away from Wilson and to Marcus Vital. Vital will go across. Babalula now looking forward as Woodbridge looking to clear. Cotterell onto it, and then Sudbury win it back, but it's ping-pong in the neutral territory there and taken by Kroko to find Pinto. Pinto looking for someone down the flank. He finds Morano. Morano is coming in. Morano got that off his boots there. Tracking was the number 13, Theo Vieira. Into touch for a Woodbridge throw. Pinto. Throw into Ivan Nechiporak. Nechiporak now to Pinto. Pinto cuts inside. Tries to find his man. Good 1-2. Cotterell leaves it. Pinto picks it up, crossing it. It was low, and Sudbury will this clear long. Looking route 1, direct here to Joseph. Wilson's there. They were both pulling each other's shirts that time, and Wilson will get called on the foul. So delivery coming in swinger. Mills. Mills stands over top of it. That's a decent ball in. Finds the foot of a Sudbury attacker, but no can do. And Woodbridge trying to counter the other way quickly. Out into touch for a striker's throw. Nicholson lays it off. Santillan now finds Nichipuruk. Ivan looking to make a play forward. Connecting with Morano. Morano off his boot into touch for a Woodbridge throw once again. Quickly taken. Morano. Santillan. Santillan backwards to Nabil Hakim. Hakim swings Tariq. Tariq in the center of the park. Now finds Wilson. Wilson to Pinto. Pinto has Cotterell going line. Instead Nicholson now, and then he opens the lane up for Cotterell. Cotterell onto the ball. Omari Cotterell looking to cut in. Cotterell does. He crosses. Back post now, the layoff. Santillan. Santillan was going for the ball. But a good intervention by Musa Juf there, and he gets kicked by the follow-through of Santillan, who was going for the ball, and it's a foul on the Woodbridge left wing back. At the end of the day, that's just a soccer play. He's going to try to have a strike on goal. Good defensive bravery from Juf, and if you're going to have that bravery, it's going to happen. Looks like Santillan might have got the worst end of it there, as Musa's up. So Alexander Santillan still on the pitch for Woodbridge. The Sudbury 17, Musa Juf, is up. Heel looks like we'll be okay. Santillan gets up now. I don't see anybody possibly that could come in for Woodbridge, so Alexander Santillan might be okay. Peter Pinizotto, the head coach of Woodbridge, is looking to get the go-ahead from physiotherapist Ariana Fatica to see if he will be good to continue. But I don't see a substitution getting ready. A long ball kick now, Nichipuruk headers. Thomas now looking to control on the chest and away from Daniel Tariq. You can see that this match right now going back and forth here. Anyone's in the early offset. As you're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday Live on YouTube. A wild match going on right now in Burlington as Oakville are up 4-3 over Burlington Bayhawks there. So that's a cracker of a match. IFC still up 1-0 over St. Catharines in the 57th minute at Mountain Joy in Markham. Scoreless, Woodbridge, Sudbury. Almost given away there. Tariq to Pinto. Pinto looking, and that's off a boot there and into touch for a Woodbridge throw. Headed away by Vieira. Here's Cotterell. Cotterell finds an open Nicholson in the middle of the park. He'll then swing to Hakim. Hakim Finds Santillan. Santillan onto it now. It's good to see him back on the field. And he finds Kroko. Kroko, Hakim. Hakim has a swing if it's on. But now goes to Kroko, who's tracking to receive. Nabil Hakim. Nechiporak in the channel. Nechiporak now to Nicholson. Loose touch there, but he blocks the clearance. Second opportunity. Sudbury onto it. Cyclones looking forward. And that's a good call. That's offside there, as Dominic Paris was a little bit high up the pitch before the ball was played. Nicholson plays it quickly now to Pinto. Has Cotterell. Cotterell, Kroko. Kroko now finds Omari Cotterell. He's got some space here. Cotterell trying to cut in with his left. Instead might take right. Does take right. Crosses it. It's a hot cross. Right across the goal, and that's too much there, and no one could get on the end of it. In this type of surface right now, well, you got to let the ball do the work. It is a slippery turf. You slide that with that pace across, it could hit anything and go in. Under the lights on a Wednesday evening. Sudbury making the bus trip in, looking for points tonight. So far, they aren't playing too bad. Getting some counter-attack action, as Woodbridge are trying to stem them by coming in. Excuse me. Vieira plays Thomas, taken by Cotterell. Cotterell to Pinto. Pinto backwards to Daniel Clark, a former CPL goalkeeper for Halifax. Then finds Morano. Morano tries to find the man. Couldn't bring that one down too cleanly that time. And now Sudbury looking long. Wilson intervention. Kroko to Nicholson. Nicholson's got to switch sides. He does find Ivan Nechiporak. Nechiporak has Santillan streaking. You can see a bit of a puddle there as he was going into the middle of the park. Cotterell. Side to side. Now to Hakim. High up in the pitch. Hakim. Good ball to Omari Cotterell. In a channel. Then Kroko to Nicholson. Nicholson has some space here on the near side. Morano has an overlap of Pinto. Finds him. Pinto crossing across the goal. And Nicholson just arriving late to the scene. Couldn't header it in. Big opportunity there. Cotterell, Nicholson looking for it. Good build-up from Woodbridge. And good ball in on the near flank. That's some decent football there from the Azzurri Blue. That's cleared by Sudbury. Can they get things going? They're looking to get some counter-attack action right now. They're not really possessing too much in the final third, as Woodbridge are enjoying majority of the ball right now. Wilson back to Tariq. Tariq now finds Pinto on the near side. Pinto wants to go long. Instead will come into the middle of the park. Good move. And then that opens the space for Omari Cotterell. Cotterell again. They're really getting success on this side. Cotterell across the goal. And there is the goalkeeper, Lucas Sidad. The newly enforced count from the head officials here in Canada, really. 6 seconds for the goalkeeper to get things going in really every level. Here's Cotterell to Pinto. Pinto has Cotterell again. Kroko has Cotterell. Got to find him. He's onside. Omari Cotterell once again looking to create on the near flank. Cotterell cuts. Cotterell trying to center. It's in at the back stick, and Woodbridge strike. It's 1-0. Morano on the spot.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive. Everybody
Woodbridge Strikers goal. Scored in the 20th minute by number 10, Anthony Morano.
Morano on the spot, and a deflection from the cross of Cotterell hit the number 13's boot in Theo Vieira and actually helped Morano. Just a little touch at the back post, and it's 1-0 for Woodbridge in the 21st minute. Strikers look to come again. That's a good ball through. Santillion has options in the middle, but a good block. Sudbury can't really possess it forward. They're looking Route 1 direct, and it's headed away by Wilson. But that's not good enough for the Strikers. They need to get the ball to feet here. There's only so much you can ask for them to run. Cotterell, good pass from Nicholson, now finds Croco. They're really having a field day down this near flank of Woodbridge. Croco cuts in, might have a chance to release. He does, instead finding Nicholson. Nicholson, Pinto, center of the park to Ivan. Here's Nechaporak now. Nechaporak swings Hakim. Nabil Hakim looking back the other way, finds Nechaporak. He then once again tries to find real estate up the pitch. He'll lay it off to Alexander Santillion on the far side. Santillion delivery, left boot swings. The slippery turf will help find Luca Pinto. Pinto, he avoids his man there. Pinto delivery. Back post, turned over by Sudbury. Here's Nechaporak, and it's all Woodbridge right now. Finds Santillion again. Santillion in swinging. Moreno scores! Mamma mia, what a goal! Woodbridge up 2-0.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive. Feel the vibe, everybody come alive. Everybody come alive. You can't beat the vibe 'cause we're running out of time. Everybody jump up and move the vibe. Move to the left hand.
Woodbridge Strikers goal. Scored in the 23rd minute, his second of the match by number 10, Anthony Morano.
Class at its finest. Tiki-taka in the back of the net it goes. Woodbridge show why they won last year. They show why they're competing once again this year. Since giving that ball away by the long ball from Sudbury, they did not touch the ball. It was about 17 to 20 passes or so, and in the back of the net it goes. Beautiful string of passes, beautiful play, and a beautiful cross by Santillion finds Anthony Morano. The York product makes no mistake. The Woodbridge faithful makes no mistake. And that's a pretty goal and a pretty play from the Strikers, striking 2 in 3 minutes. Again, Woodbridge possessing it, enjoying majority of the ball in this first half. Sudbury can't really get onto it here. And here come the Strikers again. Good ball through Morano looking for a trick, and it goes right into the keeper's hands. Bodied there last second by Isaiah Noel. And Woodbridge are probing once again. Sudbury have to change something up here. Because in this surface, especially on a rainy night under the lights, kick and run's not going to work, and the long ball is not going to work. They got to start possessing from zone to zone and up the pitch. Throw in there. Babalola looking to play. Now Sudbury looking to maneuver. Far side. Vital. Facey looking forward as well. And Woodbridge get it out, and that's off of a Cyclone into the bench area of the Strikers and out of play. Sudbury this season got their 2 victories against Simcoe, 2-1, and St. Catharines 3-1. Is Cotterell once again. Right now they're down 2. Cotterell to Pinto. Pinto looking to cut it back instead of going right away. He'll try to find a man that's off a leg, and Wilson gets up neatly. Then off his head to Nicholson. Backwards to Nabil Hakim, just organizing. On his case there was Paris, but he couldn't get it. Here's Daniel Tariq. Finds Nechiporak in the channel. Then he goes out to Santillan. Then finds Croco. 1-2 combination. Morano that was as well with Croco inside. Here's Nicholson now on the near side. Finding Wilson. Keegan Wilson to Luca Pinto. Pinto back to Wilson. And Woodbridge still possessing this ball cleanly. But in this surface, you can't get too tight up. Here's Wilson to Cotterell. Good. Ball in the channel here on the near side. Now it's Nechiporak to Alexander Santillan. Santillan looking to maneuver. Who's moving? Nechiporak now tries to get it. There it is. Hakim to Ivan. Ivan lays it. Morano! And that's cleared. Again, Woodbridge really finding the interchange play, trying to create. And Tariq, again, the long ball, route 1 is not working. But they don't have much options right now. Cotterell has to find it, and he finds Croco this time. It's all Woodbridge. Can they make an impact once again? Croco coming. Croco cutting. Croco the lane shooting. Scores! Michael Croco, and mamma mia, it's all Woodbridge.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive.
Woodbridge Strikers goal. Scored in the 28th minute by number 8, Michael Croco.
Three goals, 8 minutes. Woodbridge up 3-0. They are really having a field day on a Wednesday so far on this near side. Right now, the Cyclones need to help Theo Vieira alongside the wingback Mushud Babalola, because between Croco, Cotterell, and Pinto, they are getting by almost every single attack. Here once again, I just said it, Croco on the outside boot swings Pinto again. Pinto, and there's the tackle Vieira has to have, and that stays in with Noel going long and Sudbury looking. But once again, Woodbridge getting their way down the right flank here, or the near flank, I should say. There has to be an adjustment from the Sudbury side of things on this near flank, or else this could get out of hand. Pinto on the throw, approaching the 30th. The rain coming a little bit harder here at Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove. Here's Nabil Hakim. Woodbridge continuing to probe up the pitch. Santillan, what a ball to Nechiporak. Even better touch. Control. Moreno shooting. Oh, it's high and wayward. But something from nothing for Woodbridge, and almost striking again. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday Live on YouTube, courtesy of Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the bridge, and it's a pleasure in bringing this one from Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. Ontario Premier League 1 men's action between the Sudbury Cyclones and the Woodbridge Strikers. They lose it again, do Sudbury. Morano looking for the hat trick. Morano will lay it off instead to Ivan. Here's Nechiporuk. Nechiporuk looking for his first in the OPL, and that's blocked in front. Good tracking from Anthony Morano. Ball out into touch. Sudbury takes the throw on the far side. 32 minutes in. Woodbridge up by 3. They've started fast and they've started furious here tonight. The strikers striking. Early and often. Tough challenge for the Cyclones tonight, and it's proved thus far. But hey, lots of football to be played. Anything can happen, especially in the OPL. I know that with experience playing in the league from 2017 to 2020, just before COVID. Obviously, it's been younger, it's faster, and it's changed. But let me tell you, especially on nights like this, a bounce or two, anything can happen. Long ball. Controlled by the keeper. Continuing to be a wild game in Burlington. They have tied it up against Oakville 4-4. I'll tell you one thing. That result benefits Woodbridge, but it's got to stay that way. 4-4, 72nd minute, Oakville, Burlington, and 1-0 IFC right now. International FC over St. Catharines Roma, 1-0 in the out-of-town scoreboard of the Ontario Premier League 1 Men's Division. On Wednesday, June 17th. Kroko. Hakim. Kroko again on this near side. Now it's Morano. Lays it off for Pinto, but he couldn't get to it. Off of Morano, though. Pinto crosses. Who's there? Sudbury need to clear. Santillion steals it, though. That's poor from Sudbury there on the far side. They got to clear their lines in the area. Santillion. Cutting in. Santillion on the right boot. Mamma mia, what a goal. It's magical. It's majestic from Alexander Santillion. It's 4-0 Woodbridge.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive.
Woodbridge Strikers goal. Scored in the 34th minute by number 13, Alexander Santillion. Mamma mia.
It's a Santillion sensation. He said he's left-footed. That didn't look like it there. Right foot. Top corner. Here's Sudbury, their first possible opportunity, and Woodbridge's Keegan Wilson said, I don't think so. 4-0 Woodbridge. Holy moly, what a first half. 36 minutes in, the Strikers strike 4 goals in 14 minutes. But that one, the prettiest of them all, from Alexander Santillion. The cut-in, and that was the non-clearance from Sudbury off of the loose cross from Pinto. Santillan stole it, and he said, I'm going to make you pay. And oh, most certainly he did. Woodbridge, keep on coming. I don't know if head coach Joe Politi is waiting till halftime here, possibly to make some adjustments, but they have to be made. Woodbridge still have 9 minutes or so in this first half to keep it pouring on. Here's Ivan Nechiporak. Kroko delivery, and it's Cotterell who's onside. Omari Cotterell now has some room again. He'll play it low. What a ball. Kroko cuts. Kroko shoots. And a save by, see that, you had to make it. As Woodbridge are looking to add insult to injury here. My goodness. What a strike. Could that be one of the best goals in the Ontario Premier League 1 men's division so far this season? It's got to be up there. What a shot. No chance for the Sudbury goalkeeper. Corner kick here, an outswinger coming in from Kroko for Woodbridge. Nicholson looking for the deflection. Can Wilson get there? And Wilson does get there with some pace. As Sudbury were looking for a counterattack, trying to get onto it was Marcus Vital. Here is Keegan Wilson. He's had a pretty solid match thus far. He'll go all the way back to Daniel Clark. Woodbridge looking for a reset. Long ball again, and it comes to the near side. Looking is Babalola. Looking out. Pinto's there, and that's off of him into touch for a Sudbury throw. Header from Ivan. Almost a 4-hour trip for Sudbury if you're using tolls as well, and right now it's not going the way of the visitors. They gotta try to get some possession going in Woodbridge's final third. Looks like that could be halftime for the adjustment period. Again coming in, that strike over top of the goal. Long ball from the Cyclones here. But a very good defensive intervention and a foul all day. That's fantastic from Nabil Hakim. I know there's a yellow card. I think that went to Hakim for Woodbridge. Daniel Clark goes long. He finds Pinto. 41st minute. 4 plus any added time in the first half. Pinto looking long, but that's out of the reach of Anthony Morano that time.
Yellow card issued to Woodbridge strikers number 13, Alexander Santillan, in the 41st minute.
My apologies on the call. It's not Hakeem. It was Santillan tracking. Hopefully the broadcast is going well for you and everything is good on your end, looks good on mine, and looks good on Woodbridge's end right now, up 4-0. Good ball, Nicholson. He finds Cotterill in the channel. Cotterill cutting it back. Morano off a redirection. Morano crossing it. Back post, who's there? Out of the reach of the keeper. And Woodbridge looked to get it back. Foul on the strikers, and almost an errant clearance again there from Sudbury. Sudbury going long, and that doesn't work. That's a foul on Woodbridge, according to the official. Decent showing here at the stadium in this miserable rainy evening in the GTA. Long free kick, and yes, Sudbury has no choice. They got to put it in the penalty area. Down by 4, everything's got to go there. It's a long ball that won't cause Clark any harm or foul there as he punches clear. Looking back in is Joseph, and that's blocked. Morano has to send the man, but he can't connect with Cotterill, or else it could have been a 2v1 the other way. Morano was trying, but was falling down as he was trying to send it through. Joseph comes all the way back to retrieve the ball. And he'll play it back. Vital looking forward. One touch there, and that is loose that time from Mills. Not good enough in the center of the park. And it's on to the Buddha Santillan. Santillan, Nechaporak. Back to Santillan, who then finds Nabil Hakim. 1-2 at Santillan. They play pitch catch in the center of the park. Then Hakim finds Morano. Nechaporak back heel through ball to Morano. Takes a spill on the wet turf. You can see the puddles just slowly starting from time to time in some areas. It hasn't been raining all day, but it's been raining majority of the evening. Sudbury have to get up the field here. This is a lot of time for Woodbridge to get it with zero worries and almost get it right out of their half. They're sitting way too deep right now, and they're just inviting the pressure, and there it is again. Croco to Pinto. Pinto looking to cut in. Pinto on the left boot. He finds Cotterill. Cotterill wants to take it. Fakes it. Now will take it. Redirection scores. Nicholson takes it. 5-0 Woodbridge.
Feel the vibe, everybody come alive.
Woodbridge strikers goal. Score in the 45th minute by number 19, Omari Cotterill. The fourth officials indicate that there'll be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Here's Pinto. Lays it off for Croco. Woodbridge coming again. Oh, if that wasn't offside, that'd be in the back of the net, but I think there's a foul. Excuse me, that's offside. My apologies. The official blew for offside on the middle, on the near side there, and if it wasn't offside, that would have been another goal for Woodbridge, as Ivan Nechiporak was all by himself at the back post. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Woodbridge showing their class right now on the pitch. 5-0. As we are approaching halftime, it is all Woodbridge so far tonight. St. Catharines have taken the lead over International FC 2-1. It's not good there for IFC. They were up 1-0 most of the game. 89th minute, and then the 86th minute right now, Burlington Oakville 4-4. That's good for Woodbridge, but it needs to stand that way. Or I should say stay that way. Basically halftime in about 5 seconds, as the official should blow it down, and it's been a good first half at Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove as Woodbridge are up 5-0. We'll see you in the second half.
The halftime score is your Woodbridge Strikers 5, Sudbury Cyclones 0.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half here at Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove for tonight's Ontario Premier League 1 men's action between the Sudbury Cyclones and your Woodbridge Strikers. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the Strikers, and it's a pleasure, the voice of the Bridge, and it's a pleasure to bring you this one here on a wet and rainy Wednesday evening. Woodbridge are up 5-0 as we enter the second half. Goals courtesy of Anthony Morano, Brace, Crocos, Antillian, and Cotterell. Woodbridge has made one substitution at the half, and it's goalkeeper David Carano entering for Daniel Clark.
Substitution at the half for your Woodbridge Strikers. Entering the match, goalkeeper number 76, David Carano. Exit the match, number 1, Daniel Clark.
So head coach Peter Pinizzotto, seeing how the result is right now, I guess it's a bit of a luxury to try to split the duties here tonight, considering Daniel Clark has got majority of the workload. But don't forget, David Carano, the youngster, took the reins last season and won the championship here in Woodbridge. More than capable.
Substitution at the half for the Sudbury Cyclones. Entering the match, number 19, Brandon Moxam. Exiting the match, number 8, Matthew Mills. As well for Sudbury at the half, substitution, entering the match, number 22, Blake Rosner. Exiting the match, number 18, Moshood Babalola. Another substitution at the half for the Sudbury Cyclones. Entering the match, number 6, Daniel Alexa. Exiting the match, number 3, Marcus Vital. Substitution at the half for the Sudbury Cyclones. Entering the match, number 9, Sam Howard. Exiting the match, number 7, Dominic Paris. Substitution at the half for the Sudbury Cyclones. Entering the match, number 16, Zachariah Traore. Exiting the match, number 17, Musa Jouf. Substitution at the half for the Sudbury Cyclones. Entering the match, number 2, Ilya Pavicic. Exiting the match, number 4, Isaiah Noel.
You're only allowed 7 substitutions, and Sudbury has done 6 of them at the half. I did say halftime they had to do something, and the Sudbury head coach Joe Politi said, yes, we are going to do something. We're going to change 6 players at halftime. Jaden Timmis and Gianni Bordieri are the two remaining substitutes other than the goalkeeper as well, Josh Bondock. Here come Woodbridge again. Centillion cross! Cotterell was there, cleared away. Oh, that might have been a handball on Sudbury on a poor clearance. So, Woodbridge making one sub. It was the goalkeeper. They still got 5 player subs to go. Ronaldo Marshall, Leandro Stalteri, Sebastian Cochran, Jordan Hendricks, and Elijah Vietli. And I believe now Sudbury would only have one substitution remaining. If I'm not mistaken. 6 out of the 7. Already completed at halftime. They had to do something. Let's see if this something works. Nabil Hakim for Woodbridge. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday live on YouTube, courtesy of Spydio. I'm Nicholas Roy, the voice of the bridge from Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove. 5-0 for the Woodbridge Strikers in Ontario Premier League 1 men's action on a rainy Wednesday night under the lights. Joseph goes in hard on the Woodbridge player there. And he is laboring, and that is the captain, Luca Pinto. That's a bad tackle from the number 10. I'm really shocked how there's no card there on the play. Keegan Wilson is furious, and he's going to get one, but that's what this official does. He several times in the past, you see the frustration from players, and instead of giving what he should give, he then tends to discipline the team that usually gets fouled. In my opinion anyways, whoever cares about my opinion, I don't like that officiating. That's not right. You gotta let people voice. Especially when you have a player down on the field injured. If you don't control the match, for either team of course, you don't want a game like this one getting out of hand. Gave my opinion. As I digress, by my lonesome here at Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove. Let's see how Woodbridge respond to this with no caution the other way. I'll tell you one thing about the Strikers. They're not a team. They're a family. Looks like Pinto's just going to come out of the match, and that's smart from head coach Peter Pinizzotto. Hopefully he's okay, though, as Woodbridge are nursing a lot of injuries, and that's just an atrocious challenge by the number 10 in Joseph, which causes Woodbridge's captain to be substituted. Let's hope he's okay.
Yellow card issued to Woodbridge Strikers, number 16, Keegan Wilson in the 53rd minute. Substitution for the Woodbridge Strikers in the 55th minute. Entering the match, number 23, Jordan Hendricks. Exiting the match, number 11, Luca Pinto.
Pinto out for Hendricks after a poor challenge from Sudbury's number 10. Good ball, but Tariq is there, and no harm again for Woodbridge. Sudbury looking forward. Trying to connect here, though. Woodbridge wanting more. Remember, they can't stay complacent. As soon as that happens, that's where the opponents will try to attack forward. So they got to at least stay at bay for the most part and try to stymie any attack from Sudbury. 11 minutes in the half, still 5-0 for Woodbridge. All over the newly promoted side here tonight. Sudbury trying to press. That's a loose through ball, and it comes back to Carano. Carano will swing it to Hakeem. Hakeem swings Santillan. Santillan, little Chavela pass, tries to find Morano, then Ivan. Looking forward, here's Ivan Nechaporuk, but he couldn't connect that time. Turned over, Morano looking for it. A miserable evening here, weather-wise, but Woodbridge are enjoying themselves. Here's Morano cutting in. Morano wants three, lays it off instead, but couldn't connect. Ivan looking to steal again there for Woodbridge. It goes long. Tariq has to deal with it. He lost the header that time. Now coming the other way is the Cyclones, but a good track from Daniel Tariq. Gives that one up, but he was fouled by Nana Wiafe. Wiafe goes in hard, and that's going to be a yellow card.
Yellow card issued to Sudbury Cyclones in the 59th minute, number 15, Nana Wiafe.
Caution there for Nana of Sudbury. Rain peppering down here in Vaughan. Nicholson going long, couldn't connect. That's out of the reach of Hendricks. Looks like Woodbridge are trying to possibly make another substitution. And it's going to come in the likes of Leandro Stalteri.
Woodbridge striker substitution in the 60th minute, entering the match number 14, Leandro Stalteri. Exiting the match number 8, Michael Croco.
Stalteri in for Croco.
Substitution in the 60th minute for the Sudbury Cyclones. Entering the match number 21, Gianni Bordieri. Exiting the match number 15, Nana Wiafe.
So Nana out, Bordieri in for Sudbury. They are done, I believe, for their substitutions. Here's Hakeem. He fakes it. Left foot. Lays it for Santillan. Stalteri in for Croco. Woodbridge now have 3 substitutions completed. They have Marshall, Cochran, and Viet Lee to go. I'm sure they'll all into the pitch. Nicholson tries to drive. Now Hakeem. Rain is coming down hard here in the GTA in Vaughan. 60 minutes in, 61 to be exact, 30 to go, plus any added time, of course. Hopefully there is none tonight. Here's Hakeem. Tries to find Ivan. Nechiporuk now trying to get to it. Morano couldn't. And that's Tariq. He's just such a reliable presence on the back line this season for the Woodbridge Strikers. Sudbury man down. Pops back up. Hopefully he's okay. If this stands the way of the Woodbridge Strikers, it would be Oakville in first place with 22 points, Scrosapi in second with 21, Woodbridge in third with 20. So 22, 21, 20. It's a 3-horse race at the top, separating by only 2 points. Vaughan, North Toronto behind with 16 points. So, still lots to play here, but that's the circumstance. Woodbridge are definitely alive in a back-to-back scenario.
Substitution for the Woodbridge Strikers in the 63rd minute. Entering the match number 17, Sebastian Cochran. Exiting the match number 13, Alexander Santillan.
Ivan Nechiporuk. Nechiporuk, good ball to Stalteri. Stalteri wants to find Morano, but instead has to find Cochran. Cochran chipped through ball here on the near flank to the rookie Stalteri. He looks to go around his man, but that's good defensive effort there. Here's Hakeem. Instead of going forward there, Smart taking it back. And then Tariq to Hakeem. My goodness, these two have been so good for Woodbridge this season thus far. Stalteri, Morano, Stalteri. Look at this. Nicholson. It's sublime from Woodbridge thus far. Here's Cotterill now. Cotterill looking, plays it across, trying to center it. Goes into touch off of Sudbury for a Woodbridge throw. The interchange play at the top of the area there from Woodbridge is very well worked. That's a loose pass though. And here comes Sudbury looking for a counterattack. Can they counter accordingly? Thomas. Looking in. Joseph. Trying to center. It's there. And kicked away from Hakeem. Out into touch for a corner. But once again, Nabil Hakeem tracking his man neatly. Clearing lines and out for a set piece here for Sudbury. With a chance goes begging on the counterattack. That's what they've been looking for all night long. And they finally got one. Just couldn't execute that time with a good defensive intervention from Hakeem. Delivery is in. It's up. Headed away and wide by Sudbury. Another substitution coming up for Woodbridge. It looks like it could be Ronaldo Marshall and Elijah Viet-Lee. Both of them entering the match. So Marshall coming in for Morano. And Eli coming in for Keegan Wilson.
Substitution, the 66th minute for the Woodbridge Strikers. Entering the match, number 9, Ronaldo Marshall. Exiting the match, number 10, Anthony Morano. Entering the match, number 41, Elijah Viet-Lee. Exiting the match, number 16, Keegan Wilson.
So, all the substitutions have been made for either side now. All 6 players for Woodbridge are in, including the keeper, and the 7 are done for Sudbury. Now, we just got to finish these +24 added time here. Cochran, the delivery. It's at the back post. Marshall wants it. A miscommunication from Sudbury, and it goes out into touch for a Woodbridge corner. Short taken. Now the cross comes in. And it's over top of the goal. Shot coming in and goes wide. Excuse me. Sudbury looking to take it the other way here. Counterattack could be on with Bordieri. Bordieri, loose ball though, and Cochran will steal it. Cochran, Hakeem. Hakeem chip to Ivan Nechiporak. Nechiporak goes long. With the intervention there from LaShawn Facey. Back to the keeper. And Cedad clears. Here comes Sudbury now. Trying to spring the pass forward. Joseph goes backwards. Sudbury need to focus attack here. They need 5. That's a good ball through, and here's Bordieri in. Gianni Bordieri trying to center. It's a good one. Tariq headers away at the edge of the area. Half volley. That's a good attempt. I think the best attempt of the match so far for the Cyclones. Their best attempt of the match goes wide of the goal. What a good touch that was. Cotterell to Hendricks, leaves it for Marshall. Ivan with it now. Here's Nechaporak to Marshall. Marshall to Cochran. Cochran, the former Simcoe County Rover. He was with Woodbridge 2 years back. Then went to the Rovers, and now back with the Strikers, as did Keegan Wilson. Excuse my tongue twister. It's been a long day. Here is Tariq. Good pass through the channel to Cotterell. Cotterell, Stalteri, back to Cotterell. Omari Cotterell. Finds his man. Loose pass, though. And back the other way they come. Jordan Hendricks wearing the captain armband right now for Woodbridge. One of the longer standing statesmen and in the Woodbridge youth system. Obviously now with the first team. He's a champion of last season in League 1 Ontario, now called the Ontario Premier League. Cotterell. New to Woodbridge as well. He came from Scrosapi. Tariq, an uncharacteristic error. Gives it away. Shot from distance. And over top of the goal by the striker. He was looking for a stunner. But Santillian's the one who stunned everyone in the first half with his screamer of a goal. Woodbridge trying to get out of their final third. Nechaporak. Tariq couldn't keep it in. Another uncharacteristic movement there. Eli with the ball. To Tariq, to Vietli. Swings Nabil Hakim. Hakim. Good ball to Ivan Nechaporak. Has Marshall going. He finds then Leandro Stalteri. Stalteri, Nicholson, Nechaporak in the middle of the park. They won 3 championships for Woodbridge last year. League 2, U20s in League 1, along with OPL U18. Here's Cotterell now just driving all the way. That goes off of a Sudbury defender into the touch for a corner kick. Remember, the Woodbridge Strikers fielded 7 League 1 Ontario teams last season. 4 of them were champions. It was a pretty good year for Woodbridge. They look to do the same this season. Tough task for the visitors here tonight. And Woodbridge now with an in-swinging corner kick in the 74th minute. Cotterell inside, wanting it, taking it. Nicholson's inside. He gets up. Headed away, and for another corner kick, the referee overrides the linesman, and it's a goal kick. He's saying it's off the head of the Jamaican Canadian. In Joshua Nicholson. Shout out to Grandpa watching live from Jamaica. We have Grandpa Nicholson from Jamaica, and we have Isaiah Noel's family watching from Hungary. So one from the Caribbean and one from Europe. Woodbridge goes worldwide. Live on YouTube. You gotta love it. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you tuning in. Grandpa Nicholson always tuning in, and hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Wagwan from Jamaica. And it's a pleasure. But now we gotta start saying Mamma Mia, Grandpa Nicholson. Here is Nechiporuk. That goes out into touch for a Woodbridge throw. Cochran wanted to find Marshall off the throw. Couldn't get to him. Stalteri will foul Facey. Facey goes long. Route 1 looking for Bordieri. Hakeem in on him. Here's the substitute. Gianni Bordieri centering, headered. Down and wide. As Sudbury was looking to strike. "14 minutes plus any added time remaining in this contest. Woodbridge up by 5. You're watching Woodbridge Strikers Matchday Live on YouTube, courtesy of Spidey. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the voice of the Bridge, and it's a pleasure in bringing you the call here at the Quench Stadium at Vaughan Grove in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada, for Ontario Premier League 1 men's action between the Sudbury Cyclones and the Woodbridge Strikers. An injured Cyclone on the turf here. Hopefully he's okay. As time ticks away on a Wednesday evening under the lights in a rainy affair. It was good majority of the day. But Mother Nature is unpredictable in the GTA, that's for sure. Looks like it's raining all night long. Sudbury has no substitutions left. And that is the substitute, Brandon Muxham. Hopefully he's okay and can continue. It's either that or Sudbury are playing down a man, which they cannot afford to do so. I think he'll be okay, hopefully. Yeah, he'll be just fine. Long ball, and that's a loose one and given away by Ilya Pavicic. Long ball now onto the boots of Elijah Viet-Lee. He finds Nabil Hakim. Hakim to Cochran. Cochran couldn't connect with Cotterell. That's a long ball, but poor ball from the keeper. And it goes out of play for a Woodbridge throw-in. Still Terry looking for it. Long ball now, and Sudbury are in. It's the number 10. Joseph centering is deflected. And out for a corner for the Cyclones. Carino punches clear. Good touch from Amari Cotterell. He cuts back and taken out by the number 2 in Pavicic. Nicholson wanted to take it fast. Marshall lays it off. Hendricks gets tackled there, wanting a call, didn't come. Cochran, Cotterell back to Hakeem. Stalteri goes far to Marshall. Offside. Long ball. Good touch. Shot comes in. Pushed wide by Joseph. Route 1 from Sudbury. Looking to make it work here, at least for one tonight. few Sudbury Cyclones fans traveled well in this atrocious rainy game on a Wednesday night. Gotta give them credit. A few of them are a pleasure to communicate with. We have viewers from Winnipeg. It's appreciative tuning in. We have a viewer supporting Sudbury Cyclones from Uganda. So look at that. We're all over the world, and whether you're supporting Woodbridge or Sudbury, you unite as one watching a football match here in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. So, Hungary, Jamaica, Winnipeg, Canada, and Uganda. It's a pleasure to have you all in. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. Don't matter who you're supporting. Trying to bring you here. Hopefully I'm bringing this match into your living room or wherever you have the pleasure of viewing. Remember, every match is live on YouTube courtesy of Spideo for the Woodbridge Strikers Ontario Premier League 1 men and women sides. The women are in third place. The men are in third place, but the men are only 2 points away from the top of the table, which occupied by Oakville. Currently, anyways. I have a viewer in Congo as well. Congo, a good result, or Congo DR, a good result over Portugal today, 1-1 in the FIFA World Cup. Congo is in the chat here, so we appreciate you tuning in. No matter where you are, from near and far, Woodbridge are here to please. Watching the World Cup match right now between Uzbekistan and Colombia. Former Italian captain Fabio Cannavaro, the head coach of Uzbekistan, the 2006 World Cup winner with Italy. But it's 1-0 Colombia. Hope you're enjoying the FIFA World Cup as well. We are enjoying it here in Toronto, Canada. Ghana and Panama were in Toronto at Toronto Stadium tonight, and Ghana won 1-0. I had the pleasure of going to the Canada game against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Should have been Italy as an Italian Canadian, but I digress, and I'm still upset, as you can see. But it was a 1-1 game, Canada and Bosnia, and what an experience that was to be there, as I'm lucky enough to go to a World Cup game in Toronto. I'll be at the June 26th game in Toronto as well, as Senegal, the AFCON champs from Africa, take on Iraq from Asia. They beat Bolivia in a playoff qualifier to get to the World Cup. Anyways, as I digress about the FIFA World Cup, we're talking about the Ontario Premier League here, semi-pro action in Ontario, Canada. And it's a pleasure in having you in. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast thus far. We're all over social media as well, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We love it. Ronaldo Marshall coming in. He's offside as he's trying to get the ball. We have about 2.5 minutes remaining. And to be honest, selfishly, I hope there's no added time here tonight, because we all want to get out of here and start heading home. But I think there will be. Unless the officials just say, yeah, that's enough, both teams want to get out of here. Long ball. Nabil Hakim is there to deal with it. Play on. Advantage there. Zakaria Traore. Advantage played for Sudbury. Carano out to claim it. Viet Lee was there to body up Bordieri, or Brosnan I should say, coming in. Cochran, Nicholson. Woodbridge didn't have to do much this half. They just had to see this game through, play a strong professional 45. That's a very bad challenge there. That's going to be a caution. That's an atrocious challenge there. And a caution to Sudbury. Pretty sure that was the substitute, Brandon Moxham. Sudbury take it. It's going to be a caution to Woodbridge. Doesn't play advantage that time.
Yellow card issued in the 89th minute to Sudbury Cyclones, number 19, Brandon Moxham.
And now Woodbridge picks up a caution as well. To be honest, I thought advantage was played there. Should have been played there, but anyways. I'll be honest, 5-0 game this late, I don't think there needs to be cautions for anyone. Just got to play calm and simple.
Yellow card issued in the 90th minute to Woodbridge strikers number 14, Leandro Stalteri.
I don't think there's any added time here. I didn't see a board go up.
The final score is your Woodbridge Strikers 5, Sudbury Cyclones 0. We sincerely thank you for your support this evening. Be sure to join us once again for the next OPL1 men's home match on July 3rd as Burlington SC are in town, 8 p.m. We are also here this Sunday for the women's match as Simcoe County Rovers are in town at 5 p.m. Get home safe, everybody. Until next time, I'm Nicholas Fiore, and ciao.